Today we have updates on the Megan spin-off Soulmate, new clips from Beetlejuice, a big update from Crystal Lake, and, of course, Terrifier 3. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Killjoy Jake, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Before we dive into today's updates, I'd like to first thank my wonderful patrons for supporting this page. Without your assistance, I wouldn't be able to continue posting these goofy little videos. Please consider signing up today by clicking on the Patreon link in the description below or by pressing the join button on my channel. Thank you all again, now let's get into the updates. If I'm being honest here, the last Blumhouse movie I really enjoyed was 2023's Megan. I hope that changes with their Speak No Evil remake coming up next month with that trailer you've seen 1,000 times at this point, but I have my doubts. I'm holding out hope for the Megan universe with a sequel releasing next summer, and this spin-off titled Soulmate that's shaping up to have a pretty sweet cast. As we already know from previous updates, Lily Sullivan, Beth from Evil Dead Rise, joined the cast recently, but now she's joined by Claudia Dumit and David Rysdahl. Claudia is best known from her poignant role in The Boys, where she explodes heads and runs for president. As you can tell, I'm still behind on that show, so no spoilers! Horror fans may know David Rysdahl from 2022's Hulu original No Exit, that I thought was a good watch. He's also dating Zazie Beetz from Joker and Deadpool 2. Also dope. Nothing yet on character details for any of these fellas, but I'm sure we'll find out soon who's playing that sex bot. Oh yeah, fellas, that's what this one's about. Soulmate comes from writer-director Kate Dolan, who previously made You Are Not My Mother. It's on my watch list currently, but it's an interesting premise about a woman whose mother goes missing and upon her return begins to act strangely. From the poster here, I have an idea of where it's going, and I'm excited to see what it's all about. Dolan seems perfect to tell this story about a love robot turned sinister. Soulmate is said to be far more risque than its parent film that was certainly designed for teenagers who saw the ad on TikTok. I'm curious to see the tone shift in this spin-off and how far they'll take the concept. Finally releasing after many long years is the Beetlejuice sequel on September 6th. Today we have 3 new clips that catches us up with some of the old characters from the original film and introduces us to some new ones. Let's just say I can tell this fella here is gonna be a nuisance. Starting off with clip number 1, we see Beetlejuice having a one-way conversation with Bob, discussing how his long-distance relationship with Lydia is definitely working out. 30 years of no communication and their love couldn't be stronger, baby. In clip number 2, we catch up with Lydia and her family. Catherine O'Hara screams into a camera hoping to capture pure pain over her dead POS husband. Jenna Ortega literally does nothing in this clip, but we do see Justin Theroux's Rory running in and trying to console the other members of the house. He seems a little too emotional for this group of goths. Maybe Beetlejuice does have a chance. Speaking of which, clip 3 shows off Rory's rather annoying side as he says a certain name 3 times, landing them straight into BJ's office? I think I've already said it 3 times. I'm getting scared here. Not believing what he's seeing, Rory panics and Beetlejuice gets up to his usual antics. It's cool to see the quirky new dynamic of these characters who are at different points of their lives. I'm excited to see this one next month. As many of you know, Crystal Lake, the Friday the 13th prequel series, hit some turbulence earlier this year when Brian Fuller was kicked off the project. Fuller confirmed in a tweet that A24 has elected to go a different way with the material, and word got out that the studio hadn't paid some of its writers that worked on the project. It puts the once beloved indie studio in a very weird spot. Now it seems that the show is getting its legs back as Brad Caleb Kane, one of the showrunners for It Welcome to Derry, has signed on to run this horror prequel series. Upon this announcement, Kane stated, "From the moment I watched Jason Voorhees squeeze a guy's eyeball out of his socket in glorious 3D at the tender age of 8 years old, I knew my creative path was someday destined to converge with the man behind the mask." Love the reference there, Brad. Every time we hear someone discuss this series, Jason is specifically brought up, but it seems the series will have a strong focus on Pamela. I just hope they find a way to incorporate the hockey mask wearing slasher, or I fear fans will lose interest quickly. In reality, there might be a small section of this fandom that's interested in Pamela's backstory, but what most franchise fans want after 15 long years is a return to form. I'm all about weird ideas being explored, but in showbiz, timing is everything, baby. With a new showrunner on the project and Brad Fuller even saying that A24 has elected to go a different way with the material, something tells me Jason's coming back, baby. I have a feeling that we're gonna know the level of quality that we're getting from this show after seeing Welcome to Derry premiering on HBO next year. I've been highly anticipating the return of Bill Skarsgård's against Pennywise, so I hope Jason's return can be just as epic. Terrifier 3, the current hot ticket item in the world of horror, keeping fans' mouths drooling and eyeballs peeled. Sounds like something that Art the Clown's probably going to do to one of his victims in this movie, but anyways, let's get into the update. It was previously announced by Brad Miska of Bloody Disgusting that a new trailer was being cut and would be released soon. We did just get a teaser trailer earlier this month, but it wasn't enough to satiate fans, of course. We need a release date for the full thing. Well, today we might have something closer to that. Terrifier 3 writer-director Damien Leone recently stated on Twitter that a new Terrifier 3 poster would drop before the trailer this month. Meaning in less than 2 weeks, we will see more Arthur Claus and his rampage on Tinseltown. The picture shared here to hold us all over in the meantime is what looks like a brown paper bag with the Terrifier 3 logo on it. Is Art out here buying a 40 from the liquor store? What's this all about? A fan asked for clarification from Damien, asking if the trailer and poster will be released this month or just one before the other. Leone confirmed both. Another fan asked what we can expect in the trailer, to which Damien said, "A lot." The man doesn't say a lot, but when he does, he makes a big splash. What's that line from Terrifier 2 again?
Now, for a guy who doesn't speak, he sure makes a lot of noise.
This is all very exciting news, as I'm hyped to see what the clown creator has in store for us. I'm hearing really good things about the project all around, and I'm dying to see more of it. I genuinely think this movie will satisfy fans, even those who weren't crazy about T2's fantastical element. This seems to be a grittier film with a more brutal lens. It's darker, larger, and will purposefully extend the cryptic lore of our favorite sadistic mime. I can't wait to see it in theaters on October 11th, but before we wrap this up, if you are a fan of the Terrifier franchise, I implore you to go see a new movie that releases this week with the same team behind it, titled Stream. It's another slasher film about a family who stays the night in a hotel, but is rudely awakened by 4 slashers playing a sinister game. I got to see it early at the New York premiere a few weeks ago, and it rocks. Genuinely a must-see of 2024. It's just as brutal as Terrifier 2, but features a more complex concept. It's goofy, gut-wrenching, and glorious. I recommend seeing it in the theaters this week for its limited run. Like seriously, you got like 4 days to see this bad boy and then it's not in the theaters anymore, so go get tickets while you can. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
We hope you enjoy your stay here with us as much as we will.
That's all the updates we have for today, but it would make Jake pretty dang happy if you all subscribed to my gaming channel, GullGotha. I'm currently playing horror games over there and pissing my pants while doing so. Go subscribe by clicking on the link in the description of this video or just by looking up that strange title in the YouTube search bar. Seriously, it would help old Jake out immensely if we could get 1,000 subscribers over there before the end of spooky season. Go check it out. Which update from today's video was your favorite? Which one had you the most excited? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.